So what we are going to be going through on this worksheet is evaluating expressions. Anytime that you see the word evaluate, it essentially means that what you're going to be doing is the following couple of steps. You are going to replace variables, I'll do VARS, with parentheses, plug in, and calculate. So there's lots of ways that this could look, and I'm going to give you three different versions of what it's going to look like as we do this in here. But we're going to start with the third one down because I think it's the simplest. This is the value of the expression below when y is equal to 8. So when they're talking about doing this, if we're going to be evaluating this, we're going to take that variable there. We're going to replace it with a set of parentheses. And then what we're going to do is we are going to take our y value and we are going to substitute that in or plug it in right here. I'm going to put it in those parentheses. So it's going to be 2 times 8 plus 7. Now we just do things in the order of operations way. So 2 times 8 gives me 16 plus 7, and 16 plus 7 is 23. So we got a quick evaluation of this. And so anytime it's just one variable in a situation like this, that's the simplest way of us doing this, is plugging it directly in. Right above that, we've got one that has more than one variable. And it's the same format for what you're going to be doing here. You see two different variables. We know we're going to evaluate, so we replace both of them with parentheses. And then it's a matter of which one do we put where. So when we're going to be doing this one, for me, I'm going to say, okay, well, we know y is 8 again, and we know that z is 9. It's the second variable we're looking at here. So the 8 is going to go where the y was. We're going to put that right here. The 9 is going to go where the z was. So we'll put that right here. And then we're going to be doing the math from this point. Now, for me, I'm going to try to do it in the steps that we're going to be looking at using order of operations, but you could probably do both multiplications at the same time. I'm going to do 5 times 8 first, so that's going to give me 40 minus 2 times 9. Now, with there being subtraction and multiplication, I have to do multiplication second. So this is going to be 40 minus 18. And then for our final one, when we do our 40 minus 18, we are going to get 22 as a final answer for this one. They use a period to count up, 22, 23. The last one we're going to do is the one up at the top because it has exponents. I'll be interested to see if it's 21. That would actually be really kind of trippy if it comes down to it. So we're going to do this one right up above here because it has exponents. Now, fortunately, it only has one variable, so we're going to be replacing both of these spaces with that same x value. But again, your first step is to rewrite them with parentheses. And then we are going to be taking that x equals 4 and plugging it into both places. We still have to use our order of operations, but it is going to be the same general idea. Now I'm going to try to keep this within the space that we have here. So our first step is going to be to do the exponent that we have here. 4 to the second power is 4 times 4, so that'll be 16. 7 times 16 plus 8 times 4 minus 7. Now, I'm going to actually do some work above this here because I feel like it's going to be a better way for us to try to figure out where to put them, and also because I'm starting to run out of space on the side there. So the hope would be this will actually fit. 7 times 16 will be our first part. So this will be 112. Just checked it with my calculator. I'm not that fast. Plus 8 times 4 minus 7. Okay, so now we've got to do the 8 times 4 because that's the next thing for multiplication. 112 plus 32 minus 7. And now I can start to use the space that we have over here. We're going to do the 112 plus 32, and that is going to give us a fat 144 minus 7. And my final answer for this one, if I do 144 minus 7, is the final answer 137. A far cry away from the 21 we were thinking it would be, but at the same time, we have still evaluated this. Now, again, you guys can use your calculators. You can use the Desmos calculator to do this as well to sort of check with it, but it is nice to know what's supposed to go first and what's not supposed to go first. So that is what we're going to be doing for this video, and hopefully that is enough information to get you guys started.